those of Generation Z, an axis of evil and ungodly three. Foreign nations, corporations, politicians that we see, who conspire to keep working wages low, with laws that deliver economic blows to the working class. We no longer can afford just to go along while politicians serve the economically strong. Power to the people is what we need. Then and only then can we truly be free. The time has come to take our future in hand. It's time to let them know just what we demand. It's time to take a stand and demand democracy now. All across these great lands, demand democracy now. Rise up, people, don't you lay there asleep. Hear the voice of the ever-increasing poor as they weep, trapped in a prison of created poverty, while billionaires and CEOs revel in their greed to exploit the masses is their black hunch desire, while the worldwide vanguard spreads like fire. Profits at an all-time high, that's been driving inflation of the things you buy, making so much money from your misery to satisfy their never-ending greed. With concentrated wealth in too few hands, the lack of competition is disabling our land and our economy. It's time to take a stand and demand democracy now. All across these great lands, demand democracy now. The groveling old politicians that we see assure their future serving corporate greed. The almighty dollar is all that they seek as they refuse to represent you and me, while common people die from lack of healthcare. Their propaganda machines tell us of what we should be scared. From the filibuster to gerrymandering, minority rule, it's just their thing for overruling what the people say in their never-ending war to take your rights away, giving ultimate power to billionaires. Can't you smell the corruption? It's in the air of our nation, you see. It's time to take a stand and demand democracy now. All across these great lands, demand democracy now. And the black robes on the high court of the land dismiss your rights out of hand. Yet with whining, dining, and trips they receive in their legitimacy, they still expect you to believe, serving religious corporate billionaires so well, while sending your rights straight to hell is their agenda, you see. Now they talk of creeping into your bedroom too, to tell you of the things you can and cannot do, and what you can do with your body as well, often making your life a living hell, forcing women to bear their rapist child. Their decisions are so wrong, so extreme, and so damn wild, and so unjust, you see. It's time to take a stand and demand democracy now. All across these great lands, demand democracy now. Giving special rights to corporate judges and politicians do, allowing the destruction of our planet, you see, fills their life with benefits and their hearts with glee, destroying our children's future as well, making certain their lives will be a life of hell while living their dream lives. And the corporate media millionaire talking heads warn you of things they say that you must dread, of those who are coming to take your jobs away, while billionaires ship factories overseas each day, telling you that your brother is your enemy. Is their highly profitable strategy getting you to vote for their lies? It's time to take a stand and demand democracy now. All across these great lands, demand democracy now. Oh, and how they love to send our children off to war, to satisfy their greed and so much more, sending our youth to die for the profits they seek. The destruction of lives is what they wreak, while mothers and fathers are burying their young. The billionaires are having so much fun with spoils of war they reap. They insist we must defend our motherland. It's our patriotic duty to take a stand and go and fight the enemy they create when they start their wars with their words of hate, getting us to die for the power they desire, killing our brothers and sisters, setting our world on fire for their evil profit schemes. It's time to take a stand and demand democracy now. All across these great lands, demand democracy now. They say we must eliminate our government. Privatization is their never-ending rant, to take us back to pre-colonial days, where they can rule over us just like we're their slaves, forcing us to bow to their economic clout. Destroying our government is what they're about, and in democracy. We need new laws written to bring interest rates down, and one to get the lobbyists out of our nation and towns. Helping people participate in our democracy must be our number one priority. Getting out the vote right where we live. It's so little time for us to give for our freedom. It's time to take a stand and demand democracy now. All across these great lands, demand democracy.